Welcome to Unbelievable, the podcast where we challenge what we assume we know, analyze the facts, and theorize about the mysteries of our world. I'm Mark, and today we're discussing some of the strangest conspiracy theories people believe. To help us explore these ideas, I have two fantastic guests with me. First, we have Jonathan, a journalist. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. I'm really excited to be here. I've always been fascinated by how people misunderstand scientific evidence and conclude things that go against proven facts. I do a lot of research on misinformation, and it's always interesting to see why some ideas stick.
Great to have you. And our second guest is Rebecca, who's history enthusiast. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me. Yes, I've always enjoyed looking into historical and scientific controversies. Some theories are amusing, but others spread misinformation. It's fascinating to see how people observe something unusual and quickly assume a conspiracy instead of considering logical explanations.
Fantastic. Let's start with one of the most persistent theories, the idea that the Earth is flat. Most of us know the Earth is round, right? But some people suspect that space agencies like NASA are deceiving us and that the world is actually flat. Despite countless attempts to prove the Earth's shape, flat earthers continue to theorize about a massive cover-up.
It's really interesting. Many flat earthers observe the horizon and conclude that because it looks flat, the Earth must be flat. They misunderstand how perspective works. I remember watching an experiment where they tried to prove their theory, but they ended up confirming the opposite.
Yes, it's a classic case of people believing what they want to believe. The same goes for the moon landing conspiracy. Some claim that the American flag on the moon appears to rise in the wind, even though there's no atmosphere there. But they fail to research how the flag was designed. It had a horizontal rod to keep it extended.
Exactly. People often assume that if something seems strange, it must be a cover-up. They don't always stay critical or analyze the full context. And when they find information that supports their ideas, they raise more doubts instead of accepting the facts.
Some theories are just amusing, but others can be dangerous. When people ignore science, it affects health, education, and even government decisions.
That's why critical thinking is so valuable. We should always ask, what do we observe? What can we prove? What do we just suspect? If we're not careful, we can misunderstand the facts and make poor decisions.
That was a great discussion. Thank you, Jonathan and Rebecca, for your insights. Before we go, what's one piece of advice you'd give to our listeners about spotting misinformation?
I'd say always check the source. If something seems shocking, look at whether experts or reliable researchers have proved it.
And I'd add, stay curious, but don't let your curiosity turn into blind belief. It's okay to theorize, but real knowledge comes from evidence.
Excellent advice. That's it for today's episode of Unbelievable. If you found this discussion valuable, make sure to subscribe and share your thoughts. And remember, question everything, but check your sources.